sun-soaked and proud, hung in the rafters, wrapped in shroud. Hands work strong, they twist and bind, a rebel's oath, slow burned and signed. Burn it all, let the embers soar, gold in the ash and cold in the core. No masters here, no gates to climb, we blaze the trail, we love that time. Choke what we designed. The flames don't die, they realign. The pulse within begins to rise. We break the night and claim the skies. Burn it all, let the embers soar, gold in the ash and cold in the core. No masters here, no gates to climb, we blaze the trail, we love that time.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Burn It All. I am RG3, the captain of the crypto community and the ship here. Anyway, we got a special guest, our producer, a Wild SJ, will be joining us. Of course, it's favorite cigar day, so she couldn't miss that.
That's wild.
Triple Dad, of course, here. Can't wait to hear what he's got. And the man, the myth, the legend, Crispy. How's it going, guys?
Doing well, buddy. Looks like a beautiful day down south. Same thing up here. It's gorgeous down here.
Glorious, man. Glorious day today. Glorious.
Big hay now.
You guys still having, well, it's middle of summer. It's got to be nice over there too, right?
Oh, it's been San Diego weather here, bud. It's been absolutely gorgeous in Northern California. They said the other day that San Francisco has experienced its coolest summer since 1982. So that means all the surrounding areas get the benefit of that. So if you're in the South Bay, our weather today was 77 degrees. It's been like that almost all summer. Use the air conditioning one time all year.
We're like 80s and 90s here, and usually we're 110 out this way. So, it is very nice.
What's the weather like on the East Coast, Crispy?
Hot and sweaty, man. East Coast, humid, blah. I don't know. It's not bad. 73 degrees, man. It's not.
That's great.
Not cold.
Yeah, as long as it's not that humid stuff you guys get over there, then that's great. SJ, where are you this evening?
Well, I decided last minute that I was going to hop on this here stream, and I ran to the nearest cigar lounge, which happened to be a place called Havana House.
Nice.
And I'm in Alhambra.
And you realize that you have a neon sign above your head that says "Spoil Yourself," right?
Yes, I do.
That's pretty awesome.
That's walking into their humidor?
Yeah, their humidor is right there.
Nice.
So,
It's little, it's kind of small, but they had a couple things I would have smoked. So
right on. Well, everybody, this stream is going to be, usually we do a brand of cigar, and then we take a cigar from that brand, and we chat about them. Today's a little different. We all decided we were going to pick our favorites, so we're going to have 4 different, or maybe some of the same brands, but probably different cigars. We'll let SJ start. What did you spoil yourself with over there in Alhambra?
So I decided I was hoping that they would have this, and I spoiled myself with this one because it's one of the original things that drew me to cigar culture, like knowing that this is an option. This is the Presencia. It's the Reserva Original, right?
Oh.
This is their organic cigar. So branded organic, all organic tobacco leaf, and what more could a hippie love than an all organic cigar? This is my first choice, first love right here, the Presencia Reserva Original.
Very
Right
cool.
on. Cool. We're having a little bit of a connection issue. Not too bad. Just the sounds a little bit. All right, Triple Dad, what's your favorite today?
So for me, favorites migrate, right? They change, and right now, after the first one that I had, I'm smoking the one that you sent me, buddy. This
Oh,
Fonseca. I'm smoking the second Fonseca. My father. I love this. These are awesome cigars.
nice.
And normally I would have busted out like an Ashton Symmetry or ESG or some Padron 26 like Crispy Man was smoking last week.
I got
And
them,
there's
yeah.
a handful of other ones too. But these are awesome. Maybe it shows better without the cellophane on it, but this is a great
Yeah.
looking cigar. And this is a green band, but the green screen's picking it up.
Yeah, yeah. What about that other one? Did you look that other one up that that other Fonseca they have? Because the one I sent you,
Yeah, so this is the MX. I have not seen that other one.
oh, okay. Well, funny thing is somehow, some way, I was cleaning the humidor, rotating it because I got those My Father Blues coming in on Saturday. I I was rotating, and
Oh
lo
boy.
and behold, I found that other Fonseca is in there. So I have another. I have one of those. I haven't obviously smoked it, but yeah. So I'll give it a try and let you know what that other Fonseca is like.
I'm hoping it's just like a size thing. Yeah.
It looks like a different cigar.
Does it look completely different?
It's got a completely different wrapper. It does say Fonseca on the wrapper, but it doesn't have. It's a different cigar. I've got to look it up and take a look at what the history on that thing is.
That's
but
awesome.
anyway, yeah. So Crispy, what is your favorite cigar that you
What
are
is my favorite? Well, kind of like Triple was saying, it changes over time, but this has been pretty consistent. So this is my LFD LaFour Dominica. I've smoked these on here before, but this is the Chapter 2 LFD.
Chisel.
The chisel, right?
Chisel.
Nice.
And
Nice.
man, I love this one. I can just smoke these all day long. Like,
Well,
scratch the itch.
And truthfully, Captain, if I was going to smoke my favorite cigar in my humidor, I would have smoked the one that you rolled, because nobody's ever rolled me a cigar and sent me one, right?
Oh, man.
That's pretty cool. But I want to let that thing get some age on it, and maybe I'll smoke that on my next on our next favorite cigar show. Yeah.
all right. Very cool. Right on. Well, I'm going with my my go-to, but my favorite cigar is two cigars. I'm going to try and get down two this evening, and
Oh, no, it's just a 3-hour stream or what?
and there's a reason why I say my favorites, because my favorite is always trying something new. So I have this EP Carrillo Maduro. They have a Maduro, a Sumatra, and a Honduran. And I'm going to be, well, I might get to the Maduro. We'll see if I get to it. If not, well, of course, I'm going with my favorite, the Opus X Perfection X #4. This was the original Opus X, all Dominican cigar. So if you don't know, Opus X it's the creme de la creme of cigars that a lot of people think. And not everybody it's their cup of tea or whatever. But there's a lot of people that really like this brand, like this cigar, like this line. There's a whole lot of them. I've smoked the $180 ones, the $150 ones, the Don Pepin, all of the the Don Carlos. I've smoked all of the Opus X line pretty much, and nothing compares to the Perfection X, in my opinion. It's just the cigar that it's the taste that I just love. If I could smoke these every day, I would. But they're not cheap, and that's the problem. But this is the first cigar that was an all Dominican. So they told Fuente that, hey, there's no way you're going to make a Dominican wrapper. You can't do it. You can't grow a Dominican wrapper in a Dominican. You got to get, the wrappers from elsewhere. And he said, screw you guys, I'm going to do it. And he did it. And in 1995, I believe it was, he came out with the Opus X, all Dominican Puro, they call it. So if it's a Puro, that means it's from that region only. And this cigar has been legendary ever since. So, all right, let's not wait any longer. Let's go ahead and slash and burn, everybody.
That is pretty interesting, buddy. How many other lines have like a Puro type of thing?
Well, I mean,
are
are
there like Nicaraguan Puros or Honduran Puros?
Yeah. There's a lot of Puros out there. There's a lot of Puros that come from other regions, like, you know, outside of that region that'll be making a Puro, you know. I mean, it depends on your taste and what you like. I really like the Dominican tobaccos just because they're a lot. They're light. There's not a lot of pepper, not a lot of spice. I'm not a big spice and pepper guy. I like them smooth. Not necessarily, you know, like a Connecticut wrapper or real light cigar like that. Although I do appreciate those too. But I do like the smoother tobaccos. Let's see. What am I going to punch cut this thing? I think.
Yeah, those. I believe that's where those Ashtons, like the Symmetry and the ESG, come in. I think those are a lot of Connecticut stuff in those cigars, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I was hanging out with my Tia the last couple of days. Grand old time for her birthday, and I told her I was coming here to the lounge to do this show, and she was saying, "Oh, isn't our Cubans the best cigars?" And you know, we just had our Cuban cigar show, and I was like, "Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore." So I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on, like, you know, who makes the best cigar? What does that even mean? Is it an individual thing now? Like, why? I might have missed this on the last show. I'm sure you guys talked about it, but why was Cuban the standard for so long?
So, yeah, we're having a hard time hearing you, but I think you said you wanted to know what people's opinions on the Cubans being called the best.
Is this any better now that I'm closer?
Yeah,
that's better.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, I haven't had a Cuban that has impressed me, and I haven't had a lot of Cuban cigars, a couple handfuls over time, and none of them have ever really like knocked my socks off. Now, I hear a good Cuban will knock your socks off, and they're hard to get good Cubans here in the States, or even when you're out and about. So I think that also Cuba has kind of like dropped the ball a little bit, and the New World cigars, Nicaragua, Honduras, Mexico, you know, all over the Dominican, they've just upped their game over the last 20 years and have been just killing it and crushing it, and they just make really good cigars now. So Cubans have to catch up, from what I understand.
Well, the reason why I was always attracted to and wanted to try these Fonsecas, right, is because of the Cuban brand, the Cuban Fonsecas. And they actually make my very favorite small cigar. I like the Rothschilds and the short stories and stuff like that, right? But Fonseca, Cuban Fonseca makes a small cigar that's wrapped in a light tissue paper, right? And they're perfect small cigars, right? The same timeline as like a short story, and man, for a small cigar, those pack punches. So I always wanted to give these a shot. Man, these are awesome. And I just checked on the website, buddy. I was completely wrong. The ESG Ashton is a Dominican Puro.
Oh, the VSG or the ESG?
The ESG.
Yeah, that's the one I smoked on when we did our Ashton. It was a really good cigar, and yeah, it is a Dominican Puro.
That must be why I like that one so much.
Daggone Opus X.
I'll have
Nice.
to try. I'll have to try that someday. I haven't done an Opus X. So.
Oh, I'm gonna have to send you one. Perfection X, the original is what you want to get. You know, you want to get the original, the first one that came out, which is the Perfection X #4, and it's just really good, really good cigar.
Nice. Nice.
PTGC Maxi. There are some cigars that have like a sweet aromatics, right? But the ones that we typically smoke, or the ones that you find in a nice humidor, don't really carry that sweet aromatics like a cherry, or like when I used to go to the mall to get pipe tobacco for my grandpa when I was little, right? And I'd put that in a package for him for Christmas. Right? They really don't have that. There's really more natural tobacco flavors, and when you get different flavors within each cigar, it is more. It's absolutely coming from the wrapper, binder, and filler.
There is, however, this brand, the Deadwoods. So the Deadwood line, they're all sweet tipped. So yeah, so it's all natural tobacco, but there's a little bit of like a sugar cane sprayed on the end.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fat bottom Betty, right?
Yeah. So as you're smoking these, you get that very sweet
I dated her.
Yeah, I like that she pulled that up because I just like saying that cigar's name. That's awesome. Also, those ones that I had the other day when we did our other show for Edges, right? Rocky Patel. I had the bourbon barrel aged tobacco Edges.
Yes,
those were a little different.
Yeah, they're
I just
good.
had a sherry cask flavored, the Diesel, I think, sherry cask cigar. Very good. Little sweetness to that one as well. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Crispy Man's an expert in Diesel. He loves that. He buys the heck out of those.
Yeah, that was my first one.
That sherry.
I love the taste of Diesel. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very good. I thought of you guys because you guys had mentioned on the last show that you might do the acid cigars, and I saw a few of them in the humidor. It's by Drew Estates. That's a Drew Estates.
Yeah, Drew
line.
Estates makes the acid line.
That's the good thing about those acid cigars, right? For people that like flavored cigars, it's not like a mass-produced grind and put into a homologated piece of tobacco paper and rolled like a swisher or something like that. It's a Drew Estate cigar. They do have their quality made cigars.
Yeah, Drew Estates is
solid.
Hey, Archie,
solid.
You were asked if you could please type the name of your cigar. You can type that in the chat.
So it's Perfection with an X. I'll put it in there. Let's see.
It might be in the show description. I updated the show description already with all of our cigar names. So if I got it right, it's in there. Either way, he's typing it now. So.
Yeah. So it's the Perfection X #4. And that's basically, so once the Opus X line came out in 95, when he finally produced the Dominican wrapper, the line grew from there. And they've got a whole slew of them. The Sigletto, which I had at a party that they had in a lounge just recently. That's like $150 cigar. And they only let you buy one of them. So, but I'm telling you, even that cigar is not as good as this one. This one is like just the workhorse of the line, you know. And it's not a super. It's definitely not as expensive as all the rest. I think this was like a $40 to $60 cigar. I think I got a few of them in the humidor. I'm running low. I'm gonna have to go make the Opus buy. I've got a contact in Huntington Beach out here, and he's got a whole shop full of them, and he was going to sell me a box of those $150 ones for like $90 a piece. So I was going to try and grab those.
That's not a bad deal.
No, it's not a bad deal at all. But he only had a half a box. So, yeah, if I can get that in the box with it, that'd be nice. But yeah, the Perfection X, really, really solid cigar, in my opinion. Well, let me say hi to the Beach Whales here. What's happening? Always hooking up with us. We got Tam Tam. Hello, lovelies, she says. And Pete Chad, what's up, dude? So Pete Chad is the one who won, the guy who won the contest over there in Canada. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, they messed up the. Well, they kind of messed up the whole cruise thing, but that's when they gave him the travel humidor filled with cigars, coffee cup, lighter, cutter, the whole thing. He got the whole shebang shaboom when he went into the shop. They apologized profusely for whatever happened, and he got hooked up, and he's a customer for life. He loves them, and he's been smoking their cigars. They have their own brand that they literally have a factory in Esteli, and they're not just having another brand make their cigars. They're making their own. So Casa Casa de Cuba, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pete, but yeah, it's they do their own cigars, and he says they're really good. What happened in Collins Crypto? Good to see you. RH Max in the house. Good to see you.
I see him. I saw RH actually.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. Conspiracy Crypto. He is watching for the SJ. He said, "Yep, we have lots of SJ fans out here in the streaming world." We got Yellowtail. Hello, what's happening? Yep,
she got me into smoking cigars. I didn't even know anything about it.
Yes, Pedro. What's up, Pedro?
That disclaimer up again.
Ashley B. Crypto Cali, what's happening? Okay, yeah, I got that in there if you got it. Dumb question. Do any cigars, PTGC Maxi, do any cigars taste, have sweet aromatic? Oh, you guys already talked. Yeah, you know what, who's messing with that and who does that on his own is Steve Saka. Steve Saka of Dunbarton Cigars. He loves putting pipe tobacco in his cigars that he rolls for himself. But some of his cigars have like flavor to them, and I think that's because he's experimenting with that kind of stuff, like the meat sticks and stuff that he has, the Red Meat Lover line. He's putting some stuff in there too. What's Addy? What's your thoughts on RH memes? Most, best, and pump? I'm not a meme guy. And who else is
Top
in here? Yeah, Top Hat. That's about what I have.
Yeah.
Let's see. Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ is in here. Hey, that's a hell of a name there, Lord Jesus Christ. Whoa, what do we got here? Oh, Bumblebee. I'm jonesing for cherry cigars for some reason. Cherry cigars. I haven't never had a cherry cigar. I don't like flavored cigars myself. I'll have one of those fat bottom Betties or something though, because I don't mind having a sweet one every now and then. It's got a little sugar taste on that thing, but yeah, not big on the flavored stuff. So anyway, welcome to everybody in the chat room. We are just sitting here smoking our favorites, having a good. How's everybody's sticks going? Mine is fantabulous.
Now that one,
Burning beautiful.
yeah, mine's freaking bomb. Right, this thing's so solid. With that cigar that you're smoking, buddy, did they make a bigger one?
Are you talking about the Opus?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple of them in the line. This is the 48, I think, or the 48. Yeah, this is the 48. So it's pretty narrow cigar, but it's a 6x48.
Yeah, that's a great size. But on a show like this, one of these big freaking things, I don't know remember what these are, the minks, I think it's This has got to be at least a freaking 52, 56 gauge.
It looks,
something like
yeah,
that.
it looks big.
Yeah, that's thick, buddy.
Yeah, they look big.
I have big hands. That's my thumb.
This thing is, man, when it gets into the second, third, once the first third starts going down, it just turns into like, man, it's just so smooth, like bread and butter, man. It's just, oh, love it.
I have to look it up now.
The Perfection X.
Yeah, and mine.
So I learned something new today, which is part of the reason why I wanted to jump on the stream. I was getting the show description ready, and I ran it through ChatGPT because it helps a lot with just little notes about things. And one of the things that it spit out today was this sentence here: cigar smoking traces back over 1,000 years. And this is partially true to the indigenous Taino people of the Caribbean, who first rolled and dried tobacco leaves. Spanish explorers brought the habit back to Europe, igniting a global fascination. Now, it actually dates back to the Mayans. So that's actually from what I understand. I did a little more digger deeping, and the Mayan people are known to have smoked as well. It could have been in tandem, could have been both of them at the same time, because the Tainos are the indigenous people of Puerto Rico. And I am Taino. I have Taino blood. And I was like, wow, that makes sense as to why I'm kind of attracted to this habit. So I thought that was really cool. And I was like, well, I can't miss out on this one. So I'm going to jump in and share that fun fact.
So the tobacco smoking goes from South America all the way up through Northern America. All the tribes have a tobacco ritual. They find pipes that go back thousands of years that they use and smoke. We call it the pipe culture. It's actually, there's lessons in the whole process of smoking the pipe. They call it the peace pipe. The reason they called it the peace pipe is because they would sit down and when you hold the pipe, when the pipe is connected and you go through the ritual, it's like, okay, we're serious. This is there's no lying, there's no cheating, there's no stealing. We're all communicating with, the higher power, and whatever goes through that pipe and through us is going out into the universe and out into, our prayers or whatever, and that's where that comes from. We've had pipe rituals and tobacco rituals for thousands and thousands of years, all up North and South America. So it's, the actual cigar itself, like you said, the Taino people, when Columbus and them came and met all these folks over here, that's the first thing they saw is, hey, it was a peace offering. That's what it is. It's a peace offering. This is what we do. And we sit down and we it's like a toast or, hey, I have a lot of respect for you. Let's sit down and do this. And that's, where it came from and why they saw it, because they were expressing their, gratitude or whatever towards them.
I did the trick that you guys taught me the other day. It says right on the wrapper what my stick is. It's a 6.5 by 52.
Yeah, and this one is I don't think it has it on this one, and it doesn't.
You want to go down a crazy pipe rabbit hole, tobacco pipe rabbit hole. Have you ever seen the guys that go along the banks of Europe, of the rivers, especially in England, and they find pipes all the time? So they dig in the banks of the shorelines of creeks and rivers, right? And they find pipes. It's been a thing people do by the water to relax, just like we're doing tonight, right? and a lot of them are high dollar. There's collector's items. So there's a culture, just like people over here go looking for arrowheads in the Southwest and California, right? And all over the United States, basically, right? They have a culture of people that go through the banks to try to find old pipes.
So our buddy John Holmes has a little question for us. John, not a cigar expert here, but do you prefer round punch, V punch, or cut the end of the cigar, and why?
Yeah.
You know, there's different cuts give you a different kind of flavor profile, I guess, on some cigars. I like V cuts on like box press cigars only. It's an easier way to cut them, first of all, and it seems to draw the flavor on those well. I'm not a big V cut guy, but I do like them on a box press. And then I do like a punch, especially on my opuses. I like to punch them. And but most of the cigars, I just like to straight cut.
Chris,
For me, I think John knows more than he's saying, you know. Because that's a pretty detailed question to be asking for somebody who's not a cigar expert. But I just like to bite the end off because I'm a dirty bastard. That's what I like.
I like to have them
flat.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. But you know, I like all of those. But I you know, in a pinch, of course, I'll bite it. But I do like for something like a box, like you're talking about, flat. And but if I'm doing something that's well rounded, I definitely go for the cat's eye.
Nice. I do punches almost all the time, right? On my cigars, and then I'll do an angled cut on torpedoes, because I do love a great torpedo cigar. They're some of my favorites. The cut is depending on how you cut it is where you get your draw preference, how much air that can come through a hole that size on this big ass cigar, right? And I find that if I do a cap cut on this and I take it down, if I took it down not too far, it would be all right. But if it has too easy of a draw, I find that I don't enjoy the cigar as much.
Yeah. It's definitely about comfort, you know, and what you want. But now I've seen you lobotomize yours too, right? Don't you have a lobotomizer?
Yeah, you've seen me turn an entire cigar into a glowing red stick, right? That's true.
I'm probably the novice here in terms of all that, and I kind of just drawn to the V cut. I end up using that most of the time. I've only used a punch once so far, and I also like that. So it's either been a straight cut, V cut, and one time I punched it. So I'm still kind of learning myself what I like better. So yeah, I don't know.
I do know a secret that a guy taught me, because I was always afraid that I was with these cutting too much off of a cigar, right? So when I first started smoking cigars, he told me to lay it flat on the table, and this is how I just taught Monkey, right? Lay it flat on the table, put your cigar in there until it hits the table, and then clip. And I
also was taught that from someone at a cigar shop. Yeah, taught me that trick too.
It's the best trick because if you're going to go in there freestyle on a $20 stick and you chop off a 1/4 inch, you might have ruined that cigar. I mean, you won't know it, right? Because you're going to smoke it anyway. But it may have been way better had you just shaved an 1/8 off. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't say I've ever ruined one cutting it. I smoke it anyway.
Yeah,
I cut one by accident that had such a great draw, and I cut it up high enough to where it felt like I was breathing through a snorkel. It was that easy, right? There was no restriction whatsoever in it.
Yeah, I've definitely had the opposite where I don't put enough of it at times, and it's because the cigar is just so rolled so tightly that I think it was one cigar. They straight cut it, and then I had to go back because the guy at the counter was cutting it for me, and I was like, "Can you do that again?" And I, kept trying to draw it. I was like, "Can you do that one more time?" So he had to get that thing off like quite a bit for it to really like start smoking well.
Well,
There's
what
a
you
lot
got to
of
do
time.
is in that case, you got to drill them, and that's what these are for. Because sometimes, and what I was taught is that when they put the wrapper or the band around the wrapper, sometimes they'll squeeze that a little tight to get that glue to kind of adhere around the band, and they'll pinch it off, especially on a Lancero. When a Lancero, they can squeeze that off. So if you do have one that's doing that, run one of those through. What I was told is to go to Amazon and buy the stainless steel olive skewers, or they call them toothpicks or olive picks, and those work really well. Punching that down the center, open it up a little bit, and you'll get your draw, because there ain't nothing better than having a perfect draw on a cigar.
So I have this contraption, buddy, that I am going to bring you next time I come down, and it's called the draw poker. Have you ever seen that?
Nope.
It's a little plastic tray that's about, as long as a Lancero, right? And it has all of these different holes drilled on the end. So you put your cigar in this tray, and it's a V, right? And then it has all these holes in the end, and it has a stainless steel skewer. And it will guide that straight through the center of your stick all the way through.
Yeah, because you got to be careful not to poke out the side.
Come out the other side, yeah?
Yep. Getting that
By
draw
the
right.
way, I'm drinking an Olipop cream soda. It's going great with this.
I am with the original Klaus Holler no lead near beer
Nice.
pairing.
I think I'm gonna go get myself a drink from the bar over here right now. Actually,
Yeah, you need a
I'm sitting here drinking hot coffee, man.
yeah, something like that sounds good. Actually, let's see if we got it. I'll be back. Carry on, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah. So
These
smooth.
are so awesome.
Love this cigar. Love this cigar.
Yeah,
So-
what you do? I'm beating inflation. That's not a bad investment.
If you bought cigars and held them in for 3 months, I don't know about that. Yeah. I
They're,
very rarely hold cigars for 3 months.
I was going to say they're a commodity, so there is no hodl in cigars, I don't think.
Yeah. I have one in my two now, including the one you rolled, right? I have two now that are immovable objects. And I think the gold one I'm going to smoke when I launch my next project, and as a celebration cigar.
The gold one, what's that?
It's a gold wrapped illusion Maduro.
Andalusian bowl.
It's badass.
I saw
had a whole
those.
bunch. They're good.
Are they? Well, when I was in Dallas, I saw a shop that had those. I almost grabbed a couple. I was going to go and grab a couple before I left, but I forgot and didn't get back to that shop. So, yeah, those are on my list of cigars I want to get.
Oh,
Cheers,
there you go.
fellas.
Heineken Zeros.
Oh, my favorites. Look at SJ.
I like them too. It's good
Going
stuff.
OLED. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it. I know. It doesn't do much for me. In fact, it worsens my heat condition. So I'm now staying away.
Right on.
I'm already hot enough.
I use those. Guinness makes a no lead freaking beer. I use
They do.
that for making chili. It is unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got all the flavor of a Guinness.
It has all the hoppiness and wheat and all everything that comes in a Guinness is still in that can, and it goes straight into my chili, and it's unbelievable.
It's got that nitrogen ball in it too.
It has a shaker thing in it. You're right. Yeah.
When you open it, it releases all the carbonation in there, and that's how that gets carbonated.
Yeah,
I like this this path okie dokies going down. He asked first, what's the cigar chart look like? Should I buy and hold? And then he said, if you bought cigars and held for the last 3 months, you beat inflation of the dollar. True, sir. True.
You might.
But if you smoke all your supply, then you don't have anything to hold on to.
Who was it? Saint Wolf put up a post today of a boat, a yacht that had a humidor in it, and I'm just going, oh God, I need that freaking boat just for the humidor.
Just for the humidor. Was it a walk-in? Was it a walk-in?
No, it was like a wine cabinet, a large wine cabinet size humidor. Had a gaming room in it that had double insulated walls, so you could game out in there if you didn't want to look at the water, right? And it wouldn't disrupt the rest of the boat. It was unreal.
Oh man, this is a good stick. I'm serious, everybody. You can't go wrong with the Perfection X. It's just solid. And good ash game. Look at that. No ash off yet.
I flicked mine.
So what's
How's your
still
steak?
land? Oh, let's talk about sticks first.
We're missing all your words, SJ. You're cutting.
Doesn't matter right now. Let's talk about our sticks.
All right.
I guess you're saying what's going on in the crypto game.
Yeah, I've been offline the last few days.
We're still creeping. I think Ethereum took a little chill from last week's, and over the weekend's pump, and now it's chilling at what, 36 something.
36.73.
There we go, high 36. So that's looking good. It's looking good.
Yep.
Let's see what it gets over the weekend here.
Yeah, that's a good sign. I even think Crypto Coffee was kind of surprised we were seeing green candles for Ethereum over the weekend. That usually doesn't happen, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we saw a monster buy going at the end of the week, too. I think it was Thursday or Friday. There was 130,000 USD purchase market buy in PHEX. That's a good sign, too. I like it when I start seeing those figure buys going in.
I see Ad Q is asking for a link. If you're asking for the link to this show, this is not the F and Hangout. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll send you a link.
Yeah.
If you are a cigar smoker though, and you would like to come join this cigar smoking show, you can DM me on Telegram or X, and we'll chat about that.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this show, KG or Mr. Montoya, maybe we will see you next week. I invited them tonight, but Don had to do something, so he canceled last minute.
Oh, darn. Yeah. That'll be cool to have Don on.
You guys got stuck with me. Womp womp.
Oh, we're always happy with that, especially on Favorite Cigar Night.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's got her hippie cigar.
What charts are you staring at, Crispy Man? You're not being quiet for no reason. What are you looking at?
I know I wasn't doing that. I was looking at some information. I was looking at some crypto info.
Do tell.
People talking about the pulse chain. I guess it's all over. I'm going home now. Oh wait, I'm already home.
Nice.
No crypto over. Yeah, of course I'm watching those charts, man. They look good. They look really good. It's just a matter of time. It's, you see how this, you guys know, because you've been around for a while with this stuff, but it's just the funk people are feeling today. And here, ETH just doubled almost in price, right? But now they're all like bummed out. But then it's going to double again, and then they're going to be all bummed out. And then it'll double again, and it's be all bummed out. And it's like, it's so hard.
Yeah. I don't know what people expect, right? Especially on blue chip movement like that, right? Those are anchors to the whole crypto market. To see Bitcoin and ETH doing multi-percentage points moves in a single day in an upward fashion, that you can't beat that.
I agree. We're poised for some good movement. Just people make plans, man. Just plan ahead. That's all. Yeah, I see David talking about this. I saw some stuff about Liberty Swap. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. On the 30th?
Something's going down on the 30th. Yeah, I don't know.
That's when my PDA goes to $1.
That's awesome.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Peg me. I like
Peg. Oh man, so
I'd accept a peg into $1. That's fair.
I have always loved the experiment of PDI. I love it. I think that it is awesome. I don't like, the conspiracy theory narratives that float into it, in and out of it. I think that's disingenuous. But the experiment, I am rooting for it for sure. For sure.
Well, I think Okie Dokie said that the OA is going to be airdropping all the PDI to hex stakers only.
Oh, really?
T shareholders.
No, I made that up, but it still was pretty good. Pretty good, right? Let's start that rumor.
Yeah, well, that's how they all start too, bud.
Somebody makes
is on cigar shows like this. Well, I heard all these guys are getting airdrops, and then boom, green candle.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So speaking of experiments, real quick, I got some not fake news. I'll probably mention this again tomorrow night on Effin, but this is from the Simple X chat. That is the mailing marketing chat. From the owner of the chat, it says, "One container is complete and will be on the water quite soon. More containers are being created, so I hear. Perhaps the belief in the idea is so strong and the opportunity so good that it's worth a large experiment."
There you go.
Very nice.
I still can't read between the lines on that.
Are you hosting Eppin tomorrow night, or is Captain?
I have a family thing I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but I'm planning on being there. But we'll see what happens.
Oh man, you should take the time to spend time with your family.
SJ gets more people.
Oh, I'm going to the beach. Of course she does. Of course she does. Her DMs would fill up the stream more than we do. So she's a lot easier on the eye for sure. But I've got a beach day planned with my family, and I'll be coming back. If I'm back on time, I'll jump in. But we'll see what happens.
Nice.
I still got my ash, guys.
That's awesome.
Better take a picture of that. That's when it's gonna fall. As soon as you take the picture.
Let me get a shot of it. Send it into my cigar telegram room.
That ash is almost all the way down to the band.
It is. It's just a few puffs away from the band. Yeah, I better get a picture of it before I.
That's the
before it
hardest
falls
part
on
is keeping it, like trying to take the band off and trying to keep that ash on. Almost never happens.
Yeah, that is a tough one. I'll take a picture with the stream in front here. Let's see if I can hold on to it. And as long as I don't get kicked out of my room for, let's see here. There we go. Oh,
Has anything good been in the cigar room? I haven't been in there lately. I've been so busy doing other stuff.
Well, I mean, it's always, it's always good sticks, good fun. Nobody's out and about. Usually those guys are all out and about at, crypto conventions and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai. A lot of them
They're either in Dubai or Hong Kong. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep feeling like I need to get in a plane, and fly someplace. Let's go to Dubai. Let's go.
I have not been yet.
I've been there a couple times, but only the airport. I think I said that last time. But.
Oh, Crypto Ape. Thank you for the sticks, Cap. Yep. I sent Ape a few too.
Nice.
Sent him the ones that we had at the golf tournament. The Discourse Syndicate Burn It All brand.
I have one of those taped on my gun safe. So I've been saving. I got some double-sided Scotch tape, and I've been covering my gun safe, or one of them with cigar bands.
Nice.
I designed that.
That's like an oxymoron. Gun safe.
It's called
gun
a gun
safety,
safe when
of course.
It's closed. It's called a gun unsafe when it's open.
That's right. That's because it's been unsafed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This one is not. Oh, it's going. It is not going to make the band peel. I don't think. It's falling apart. Oh, that ash is dead. It's wiggling.
That ash is in a respectable manner now.
On the couch. On the couch.
On the couch.
Yeah, it is not going to make it.
The title is Burn It
And
All.
boom, there it goes. Yeah.
And now live on YouTube, RG3
Opus
uses Ash.
Nice.
The Opus X band. Beautiful, beautiful bands that they have on their cigars too.
So you might get two down in this, huh?
Yeah, because
like I said, this one was a little narrow, but it is delicious. It's got like I don't want to say bread, but it's just like has that baking spice bread kind of little vanilla kind of flavor and just real smooth, just doesn't pepper the back of your throat or your nose up when you retrohale it. Just so good. You just taste all the cigar.
It's awesome.
And again, for those of you who want to smoke Opus X or haven't, this one is like mid-range price-wise. You don't have to get the $100, $200 sticks to enjoy a good Opus X. This Perfection X, in my book, it's tops of their line. Okie dokie says Dubai is trash. You can't even cuss in public. Go to the Hatfield and McCoy trails for a side-by-side adventure and embrace your inner outlaw.
I've been thinking about taking my side-by-side over there. Those Hatfield McCoy trails are supposed to be some of the best trail systems in the world for side-by-sides.
Where is that?
I think that goes across the Smoky Mountains or those mountains. I think it goes across several states, but I think Kentucky is the main one. I think. Okie dokie, is that true? Kentucky?
Yeah, it's Kentucky is where you get the Hatfield and McCoy thing going on. What a very interesting story that is if you really read into it. Wow.
Yeah, Virginia and Kentucky, West Virginia and Kentucky.
Yep. Oh, there was.
And it's really cool there because actually I went up where Max lives, right in Utah, and they let you ride side by sides and quads on the street. So I would go get coffee in the morning in my side by side, which is super fun.
Okay. What do you mean by side? What's a side by
side? Side is like a little dune buggy, and you sit two
Oh.
guys or four guys if it's a four-seater.
Why does it have to be guys?
No, I actually have taken my wife quite a few times. When I took my wife, we did the Crest Trail that went around Lake Tahoe. Had views of the lake. It was gorgeous.
You ever been up in Moab and done any of that?
Moab, no. It's my next trip. I've done all the red rocks near Hurricane, and which is like southern Utah, but I haven't been to Moab yet.
So real quick to turn it back to crypto for a second. Richard's been tweeting about some of the laws. If you guys haven't seen it yet, he's been posting about the acts that were just passed, 3 acts, and as some of us have been talking about them and what the implications are. A lot of it's still up in the air because they haven't completed them right now. One of them is even up for discussion, which is an amendment discussion towards not the oh gosh, the names of all these things are slipping me right now. But anyway, one of the acts that was just ran through has this discussion kind of amendment that's being put together. So they're in the discussions of it. So you just got to keep an eye on the details and the devils that's in them. But it's looking really good for DeFi right now. It was positive. The stuff I posted today was some really positive outlook on some of the stuff that's coming down the pipe. Hex in particular is looking really good for protections with this these new acts that are coming out. So all my gloom and doom that I yell at everybody for about these acts, things are starting to look good, but keep an eye on them. They haven't completed yet, so keep an eye on things. But Casey said something in the chat, which I'd like to have a little discussion about. What if everybody sold out in every altcoin into Hex? Imagine the price. Maybe Richard is waiting for us to stop the PvP cannibalism. So typically in a bull run, what you see is you start seeing the blue chips in the altcoin realm or the ecosystem start to move, and everything else starts to collapse because people are running into the blue chip like Hex or Pulse Hex. And you will see that, period, end of story. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see the ebbs and flows. You're going to see people exiting other coins, getting into the blue chips like Hex. You'll see it. It's going to happen. It's just part of a bull run. That's what you will see. So to answer your question, Casey, or to just kind of get in the conversation with you, yeah, man, that's what's going to happen. And we're going to see stuff move like that.
You do see that all the time, right? When people take their gains out of their meme coins and shove them into the big movers, especially if there's an impending pump, right? You've seen a whale dump 5 Gs at a time a couple of times, right? And we've seen that happen more than once. And people go into the cores at that point in time, and then they go back out, right? It's an ebb and flow.
So I got to answer my friend, Mr. Kitchens. RG, love you, mate. But yesterday, obviously one of my friends from across the pond, yesterday you were on the longevity panel. Today, smoking show, walking, talking contradiction. Yes, indeed, I am a walking, talking contradiction, just about everything. But here's the deal, my brother. There's a lot of things that I do for my health. For instance, keep my weight in check, go to the gym. I eat real well. At times I indulge and enjoy myself because there's something else involved in it. I mean, you should see my vitamin regimen when I wake up in the morning. The amount of peptides and vitamins and things that I do to stay healthy, you're not going to be able to, get everything right or do everything. I'm 58 years old, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at with my health. But there's also something to be said about your mental health. And when it comes to my mental health, one of the things that I enjoy doing that gives me relaxation, the nicotine that comes from these, which I don't think is a bad thing. There's a bunch of studies and stuff going on with nicotine right now, and the nicotine from cigars, and we've talked about this often on the show, is different than the nicotine you get from cigarettes and vapes and those kinds of things. I'm not saying that carcinogens in your mouth are a good thing for you. Not going to say that. It is a risk, of course. However, I pick and choose my battles. I do the things that I think are necessary for my health and my longevity. I participate in those things because I want to see things get better. I want to see more cancer research. I want to see more disease research. I want to see human beings living longer. But there is something to be said about the ritual of this and what it does for my mental and emotional health. So that's where I'm at with it. Everybody's got their own thing. Everybody's got their battles to fight, and I pick and choose mine. And this is one of the things that I don't condone, but I enjoy. So that's my answer to that.
On that note, if you want to talk about contradictions, there was I don't remember if it was when Aubrey was in person with us or if it was on one of the streams I've been on with him. He enjoys alcohol. He'll have a drink. So the longevity guy also drinks alcohol, which is poison at the end of the day, So
What?
you gotta do what poison. You got to, I agree with what RG's saying. There are things that you just, you can't do it all the time. So
How many years do you think you're going to take off your life worrying about all that stuff, right? If I stay out in the sun too long, if I have a drink every now and then, which I don't, if I have a cigar, right? It just. Should I play with firecrackers on the 4th of July? My fingers could be at risk. It's just too much, right? It's just too much stuff. If you enjoy something and it takes stress out of your life and you enjoy it, I say have at it, but do it in a reasonable fashion. I'm not saying smoke 5 cigars a day, but there are people that smoke more than 5 cigars a day that lived into their 90s, right?
Well,
and hundreds.
George Burns smoked 20 a day, and he lived to be 99. So,
yeah.
And it's everybody's predisposition and genetics to cancers and those kinds of things that add or subtract risk in your physical profile. So there's a lot of that stuff too. But as far as he said, I hope for your own longevity you can beat your nicotine addiction. Here's the thing: I don't feel a nicotine addiction with cigars. I don't. Like, I can put them down and not be jonesing for that nicotine. When you smoke cigarettes, you're jonesing for that nicotine all day long. When you hit a vape, you're jonesing for that nicotine all day long. I smoke a cigar once a day, once every 3 days, once every 5 days, every now and then, and I don't feel the need to have more nicotine after I have smoked a cigar. I don't feel the need when I wake up like, oh man, I got to have a stick this morning. I very rarely will have an early morning stick. In the summertime, it's nicer when it's cooler out, if you're not going, or wait until the evening.
Yep.
So I don't
daybreak
jones for it. Yeah, I don't jones for it. And so I don't feel like I have a nicotine addiction. I feel like I have an addiction to cigar culture to the meditation, the camaraderie, the people I meet going into a cigar. I was in a cigar lounge yesterday, so I went out and visit my daughter. We're moving her from one apartment to another out of her college, and I was out there, and there happens to be one of my favorite lounges out here that I don't go to often. Was around the corner from her new place, so I stopped there on my way home, and was sitting there, chatting with a couple of fellows, the guy that runs the place, and the guy sitting next to me gets a phone call, and his mom, he's about my age, his mom passed away right there in front of us. And the guy is like, he just lost his mother. This is 50-something-year-old guy. His mother just passed away. He's just finding out about it on the phone. He's walking around. He's sitting down, and his buddies are there, and everybody calmed him down. And he sat down, had a cigar, and everybody encouraged him. I got to talk to him a little bit. I just lost my father recently, so we had a little chat, and the guy got a lot of consolation for his loss, and it was just a bad situation, but it was good, all of those people in there and how they handled it, and it wasn't a bummer. It was like sharing that experience with that person, and that's like how it is in a lounge. When you go into these lounges and you sit down with folks like we're doing here, that's what this was kind of meant to do, was to have crypto conversations that we just have on a regular basis when we're sitting in a lounge. It really is a beautiful thing. And that's what I'm addicted to. I really like this cigar culture and the people that I'm around when I'm doing it. And so more so than the nicotine itself, it's really the camaraderie and the people that are around. You always run into good people when you're in a cigar lounge. I'd say that, it's like a 90-10. You're going to run into an asshole no matter where you go about 10% of the time. But for the most part, when you go into a lounge or you sit down with people and you have a stick, it's good folks.
David's right with the green tomatoes comment, and that's because it's the nightshade family, right? Tobacco, eggplant, potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, all of those are in the nightshade family. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense why there's a lot of nicotine in green tomato.
Isn't the atropa plant also nightshade? I don't remember for sure.
You had to bring that up. So you're going to bring up atropa. Captain's going to talk about pea dye. I'm going to talk about teddy bear. Maybe.
I know RG3 keeps bringing up pea dye all the time.
All right. Can we do something on this? Because Mr. Kitchen has come in on multiple streams, and the only thing he's ever brought to the conversation is commenting on RG's use of tobacco products and longevity. Can we, if he comments on this next week, maybe not give him a public forum? I think that would be a solid thing, because I don't think people need to hear Mr. Kitchen's opinions every week.
It doesn't bother me. It gives me a chance to talk about my position on it, and I like discourse, and people are can have their opinions, but I can have mine too. And
I would like you, Mr. Kitchen, to talk about something other than health, though. I would like you to come in with something crypto, something fun, instead of Debbie Downer stuff every freaking week. Oh my God. Just my opinion. These views are not the view of the show. These are views of Triple Dad only. Blah, 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 blah. There we go.
Well, positivity does breed positivity.
Oh wow, that's Edward Sarkanian of Davidoff, right? Sarkanian.
I thought that was Nuclear Herbs. But...
Oh, is that Nuclear Herbs?
I don't know.
It looks like
what is his name? Mo Mindset, right?
Yeah,
and he's in our Pulse Chain community, and he's cranking out great art. Great art.
You're right, RG. That's who that is. That is that.
It's Eddie. Yeah. So when I went to London, I went to his lounge and hung out at the Davidoff lounge in Eddie's Lounge, not the Davidoff store, which is different than Eddie's Lounge, which is in one of the fancy schmancy London hotels there. But that's a good family there. They've been in the cigar business for a long time. Took over the Davidoff name. They're big on aged cigars, and they've got a lot of Cuban-ish cigars that they come out with, because I think what happened was they were an exclusively Cuban line, and then when everything went down, they brought everything to, I think, Germany or out there in Europe somewhere, and now they're all over the world, and they bring tobaccos from everywhere and make their cigars. But big line, and that's the son of his name's Eddie, and I think his dad's name's Edward too. I'm not sure, but they're both big in the cigar world, huge in the cigar world. Very aristocrat. They made cigars for the kings and queens of England for years and all that, and so they're very well known and prestigious. They were actually one of the original acceptors of the Behike or the Behike line of the Cohiba. You can actually go see that if you go to look at some of their YouTube stuff. They do a YouTube channel. But if you don't know, the Cohiba Cigar Company had one special roller. They had one special blend of tobacco. I forget how many years ago. This might have been 15, 20 years ago. They were told that this one woman was going to roll these like 11,000 cigars or something like that. And it took her a couple of years to do so. Only one person could do it. She's like one of the most world-renowned cigar rollers ever. I think she's passed away since. But she rolled all those cigars. Every one of them was perfect. They put these boxes together of, I think it was 40. There might have been more. I think it was 40. It cost them all $15,000, sight unseen. If you want our cigar, give us 15 grand. And when you get it, you get it. And they came in this beautiful humidor, and Davidoff in their shop, they have that Behike box there with all the cigars in it. And they're one of the owners of that. A lot of those boxes have been broken up and the cigars are sold. I think those cigars sell for anywhere from like $8,000 to $10,000 a piece. If you could find one, somebody that will sell you one. But yeah, they're not.
Mo Mindset's in chat.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Hey, yes, it's Eddie.
Yes, it's Eddie. I want a portrait like that. But I got to be like
great art,
black tie.
buddy. By the way, Mo Mindset, thanks for doing that for our community. Thanks for including pulse chain tickers on all this stuff. That's badass.
Saw that. You like that?
It was really awesome. One of them may or may not have a Magic Carpet Ride token on it. Just saying. But great stuff, Eddie. Thank you. I mean, Mo Mindset.
Yeah. Good work.
It's a coincidence his name is Eddie too.
Crispy's being asked to talk about this post of the Coin Get-Go. Is he trying to say Coin Get-Go?
Yeah. Somebody had done a post. I did have it up. I was looking at it, but they're doing a post talking about the top 10 public companies that have ETH holdings. Of course, Pulse Chain's not on that list. They wouldn't be on that list because Pulse Chain is not a company. But then there's other people responding to it, like Nick Hellman, and talking about the strategic reserve. And I think, well, specifically, maybe this post isn't gatekeeping. Yeah, gatekeeping sucks, but gatekeeping is a opportunity, as well, because the whole gatekeeping thing, right, barrier to entry into certain topics, certain areas, kind of creates this other opportunity, like you did, Christopher, by responding to it. You responded to it, and because you responded to it, that gets the word out, to more people. Like, hey, check this out. Yeah. I don't know. We've beaten that gatekeeping thing to death over time. It does suck.
Yeah, it's just not going to go away anytime soon. I mean, it is what it is, and I've always looked at it as an opportunity. I've always looked at it as something that has built this community to the strength that it's at. I think adversity has been good for us.
Well, it's a litmus test, right? It's always a new litmus test. Every one of them. Like
yeah, and the harder you come, and the more you prove yourself, the stronger your foundation is. And that's how I see it. Richard's ecosystem has built a strong foundation. No crypto is flawless. Nothing's flawless. But he's done a pretty damn good job. And Hex has been extremely close to being flawless, in spite of everything that's come at it, from the crypto community to the lawyers to all of the influencers to other coins, the SEC to regulators and Interpol, and you name it. They've come at us from every direction, and we've always come out on top. And because of it, it's made us stronger. That which does not kill you makes you stronger. And I wouldn't have it any other way. It's my mantra. It's what my whole life has been. The harder things come at me, the stronger I've come out on the end of it. And so I think it has done us well. And we've got a solid foundation. So the launch pad from here and where we can go, and the kinetic energy that's been built up because of it. Look what we did the first time with all that gatekeeping, with the serious gatekeeping. Like, they were calling us scammers. Outright scammers, and lawsuits were coming, and we still pumped 10,000x into that coin. So this next round, I think we're poised for an even stronger launch, and it's coming soon.
Could be. Well, like Okie Dokie saying, doesn't stop anybody from participating. It doesn't stop them, but some people won't be aware, right? So that's why you have that problem.
I think that also provides an opportunity for a company to start listing tokens in an ungate-kept fashion. You had Nomics that used to do that with Clay, right? He used to side on the RH side, right? He used to be a participant in that, right?
Until he wasn't. Yep.
Until he wasn't. But I do believe there is a window of opportunity there, right? So when that went down, everybody went to Coin Paprika, right? There are people searching constantly for something not Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko, because other people's projects are gate kept too. Not just Hex, not just RH tickers. There are other projects that are also gate kept, 100%.
Yeah, it's almost like that's a for-profit business that channels people into funnels in order to sell particular tokens.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
unusual. Yeah, might correspond with some of the ads on top of their page. You never know.
It might.
You never know. I'm not saying, and I'm not judging, but I am just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Eddie posted up. Did you see that Chris Larson, the founder of XRP, just sold some XRP, rugged his own community? Yeah, I was that the reason it's dipped. I don't know. This is a hard one. This is a good topic conversation. I am sure 1 out of 3 people will disagree with me, and maybe one won't care. Maybe we'll get somebody to agree with me. In general, this whole founders shouldn't sell thing. It's a tough proposition, right? You got a lot of founders creating tokens, and one thing is for sure, if they don't already have value, then you really can't expect that token to be supported by them unless they remove value. It's kind of like a crazy, what do they call that contradiction, right? This idea that if somebody creates a token and as it goes up, they should take profits on it in order to support it at the bottom,
Yep.
But how do you do that otherwise, right? You take so let's say we get, well, I guess one way to do it would be pump.tires. Pump.tires, right? Because then it's crowdfunded. But you still have the same type of thing. If everybody buys into one of those things and pumps it up, who's supporting it at the bottom if nobody took profits and retained the profits, you know?
The funny thing was I just got out of Randy Hilarski's group meeting, right?
I missed that again, man.
And he said on today's call, he goes, you know, if you didn't take profits 2 weeks ago on XRP, I would suggest you do so. And then this news comes out.
Well, yeah, that's certainly one strategy. You know, I'm in the HODL XRP forever camp. You know, just see where it goes. But yeah. I mean, it's true, right? I mean, it could be that XRP already had a blow off top.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's not going to come back up. But then again, weird circumstances. Maybe it's going to $100. You know, so. But if they accomplish what they want to do long term with XRP, meaning that community and everything, I could have legs, but I don't think it's better than what we have for an opportunity at Pulse Chain. But nevertheless, by itself, it might be useful.
Crispy Man's buddies with the Bearable Bull.
Who's that?
Did you guys ever watch Bearable Bull on YouTube? He was an XRP maxi like nobody's business. He would come on and talk XRP, hodl XRP.
Oh yeah. Well, it's, you know, the fundamental actions that seem to work are the actions that Richard Hart had spoken about and has spoken about and keeps spoken about, is time in the market, right? I mean, if you're somebody who got XRP at 12 cents, looks pretty good at $3. Maybe you should take a little bit of profit, but you might also be believing it's going to keep going up, you know? Over time. When I say that, I don't mean this cycle. I mean, this is just its third cycle.
Yeah, and
you know, it's still here.
He is going to go up with the rest of the market, right?
Yeah.
I believe that to be a fact. And some of these assets on the, let's just say the first page of CoinGecko, right? The first 100 freaking tokens. Those are all going to go up. Some of them will go up more than others, but they will go up.
Hex Kong, OG
up,
of the OGs of the OGs. Love me some Kong.
Have you guys heard anything about Lemon Chain? No. So I was talking to vets today in the chat with Randy. There's some interesting stuff going on with that chain. I'm going to take a look at it, see what it's all about. But lemon
and lime,
like the citrus, correct?
We are Kong. We are having a great night. We are chilling, having our lemon party. Yeah,
that brings back memories. Probably almost nobody here knows what the hell that is. But,
we were on D Live, which was a platform that was brought to us. I think it was Justin Sun's platform, wasn't it? Oh my goodness! And another.
Nardo.
Look at that.
Nardo.
Another OG of the OGs of the OGs. The Nardo for the win. They don't, when there's a couple of handfuls of hexagons that are just like near and dear to my heart. And Nardo is one of them. They don't make them any better than old Nardo. Look at, he just dropped us some lemons, and everybody, there's 5 lemons from Nardo.
Right. I never dropped any hexagons, any lemons, but I when there was a guy called Salty Cracker. He's kind of a right of center a broadcaster, and he was getting blocked a lot on YouTube, so he went to D Live, and I did drop him some lemons over there a couple times.
Nice. Yeah, we used to have so many. We'd have lemon fights, and there'd just be lemons just rolling all the way down the chat room. And man, it, like I said, in the past, those lemons in the early days basically funded the channels, funded all of the equipment that we all bought, and we put it all back into streaming, me and Hexo, and man, it was really a good way for the community to jump in and participate and be part of. And They had all kinds of other stuff, ninja guineas and all that. And it wasn't just lemons. There were other things that you can give, but it was cool, man. It was really cool those days. That was really fun. So this is something we could talk about, Eddie. It says, here's the question, you guys. Do you think Richard Hart's a little late in the season to start a marketing campaign when the top of Bitcoin is normally in December? I don't. I'm watching the marketing campaign closely, and hopefully I'm going to get to comment on it a little more as we get closer and closer to launch, seeing it launch. I think that it's only part of the equation. Everybody may be putting a lot of expectations on, a marketing campaign. But remember, the marketing campaign that hit Hex before, which was kind of like focused in the London area, where they had buses and taxi cabs that were wrapped, and periodicals in their magazines were getting hit with Hex ads and whatnot. And it was just part of the equation that was helping the drive, the pump, the movement into the bull market. So I don't think that a marketing campaign is late to the game at any time. I don't think that this crypto market has seen its real pump yet. I think that this is a lot of enterprise money, institutional money that's flowed in. I have not seen retail going nuts yet. I know retail's excited, retail's getting jumping in, but I don't think that we've seen the real pump yet.
For anybody that thinks that this is a single faceted approach, right? I agree with you, RG3. I don't think it's just things coming in the mail. I think there's multiple things that are going to go on, and they may come all within a couple of weeks of one another. Yeah, it might be one of the, and some of that could consist of green candles, right? There could be marketing, green candles. Something else hits marketing wise, green candles. It could be a whole bunch of things, and I know that it's not just RH planning on marketing. There's a lot of other marketing that's going on as well.
Yeah, we have the postcard thing going out. We've got this possible new marketing campaign coming out, and the sentiment on Richard Hart is changing. Who he is, what he's done for the crypto space is changing. You're starting to see mainstream influencers out there speaking about him in a different light. And one of the facts is that he hasn't been out there to be criticized or ridiculed or any of that kind of stuff at this point. So I think the fact that he's been away, and when he does come back, I'm sure that Richard has some serious plans as to how he is going to approach this, how he's going to speak to the greater crypto community and to the outsiders that are coming in. And we all know, what Richard knows and how smart and how intuitive he is with the space and its market moves. And I think we're in for some surprises when this thing really starts moving.
And you have other marketing stuff too. SJ throwing her meetups. We have RH Max doing conferences. It seems like one a month is going down, where he's starting to focus directly on a facet of this ecosystem. There was a post that he put out the other day where it said that there was 61 people that got into RH tickers from his conference alone. And I put a post out because people kind of poo-pooed 61 people, that's nothing, right? 61 people is a lot of people to get into a cryptocurrency just by doing a 2-day conference. and that assumes that all the people that did get into that asset replied to that particular poll, right? It's pretty amazing the stuff that people have, community members are putting out in the group right now. You have the Pulsican store guys. Those guys have spent tens of thousands of dollars on marketing RH ecosystem shirts into the Twitter sphere. So everybody that has crypto something within their profile is getting a picture or an ad of those shirts in their timeline. That's badass.
Yep. Brand awareness. Brand awareness.
Yeah, as far as timelines go, a lot of talk about an extended cycle and et cetera, et cetera. And this last cycle, which was 18 to 21, I think it was about 1,200 days or something, right? Top to top. And the cycle before that was 1,400 days. And now we're almost at 1,600 days. So when we start looking at when the cycle could possibly end, right? Some people thinking, well, this year is the year. If you fold it back into like the 4-year cycle framework, right, then 25 is the end. If that is what happens, but we don't know what's going to happen. We have to watch it, right? But it also, this long run up could mean that maybe it's exactly the right time because we got another year. Just don't know, right, until we see what happens with retail. But what we can see on the charts is retail has not come in. And at least one of my premises for one of my ideas would be, yeah, retail's got to come in before we see a blow off top. And if it doesn't come in, then perhaps it is some sort of weird elongated double, long bull. It's already, the Bitcoin's already been going up for a long time, man. You go look at that chart. I mean, it's just going up in the channel, and looks good.
RG3 and SJ, didn't you guys have to help the guy that won the golf tournament to even set up a wallet?
Yeah, he was. They were outside golfers that came in that wanted to participate to grab the crypto prize. And so, yeah, we've
participated and grabbed the crypto prize.
And that was part of the plan. It wasn't a massive onboarding tool, but it was an onboarding tool. And
that was a family of 10 rolling around in 3 carts. Right?
Yeah.
So you onboarded a bunch of people on just that freaking thing.
Exactly. It was, yeah. And it wasn't just one guy. Yeah. There was 10 people that were involved in his family that were there. And it was, it was cool. It was cool. Every little thing, is moves the needle, and you never know where those people, bring somebody in. I talk about the viral. We haven't really had a viral event. I don't think the biggest whales that are going to get into Hex have got into Hex yet. I think that we're going to see some bigger buys, some bigger purchases come into Hex that we had no clue were coming. And I don't know what viral moment or what whales are going to start moving the needle. I'd much rather see retail or smaller buyers come in than a big whale just jump in and move a God candle. More than likely, it's going to happen though. Hex is so scarce. There's so little of it. Somebody does come in and puts a big buy in, and it is going to move.
Yep, it will. It will move. I'm waiting for that. I can't wait.
One second, I'm going to turn the light on.
My asymmetrical bet is that we see that with Hex. So let's go. Let's go.
That is cool. That is cool how that camera follows you, buddy.
Oh, did it follow me all the way over there?
Yeah, 100% it did.
Just show my ass.
Yeah.
you're wearing pants. That's good.
Yeah, well, my underwear, but shit, I didn't know that. So anyway, yeah, I think that we're going to see some big movements. Everything's poised. I mean, it's just sitting there ready to fire, man. I mean, goodness, the amount of hex that's out there is just it's just extremely low, extremely low. I think it's like what 4x the price is only like $1.3 million or something like that on PHEX.
Might be, yeah.
Something like that. Do we still have that one tracker where you can see where the math goes, how much a buy would bring in?
I think there might be somebody that we know that has something like that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is it crispy? Crispy's got
Where might we see that? Where might we see that?
I don't know. We have to get it from Kong. Kong has one, right?
I think so.
I think that's
there,
the one.
At least the furry tail wasn't hanging out.
I didn't even know you were a furry, man. I went to a furry convention once.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Were they shitting in cat boxes and stuff?
Too much information.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like one of the conspiracy theories? They were saying that they were having to put litter boxes in the kids' schools so that the furries can, kids that say that they're cats or whatever can.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This took a dark turn. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
And outro.
And outro.
Bink. So anyway, down to the last nub of this thing. Still delicious. My goodness. What's up, Pulse Extronaut?
Do I know his cousin, Hextronaut or something? I don't know. Different names.
Not sure. Very, very close. Some of the names are very close around here. I get mixed up a lot. And then I meet them in person, and they tell me their real name, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm such."
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst part, man.
Oh, yeah. That is the worst part.
That's why I like AJ so much, because I can remember her name.
If I had a hex for every time that somebody called her AJ, it would I would have big bags.
Well, you know what it is. I like in person even, right? I keep calling her AJ, right? So I have to like remember, because in writing I see wild SJ appears all the time, right? A.
I did it for a long time.
A. So it's easy to say AJ. It's easy.
I go by many names.
I can't tell you how many times I've looked at her up on Twitter and put SJ, and I'm thinking to myself, why is this machine not finding SJ?
Oh yeah, dude, I did that today. I sent her a message today. I was like, I can't find SJ. What the hell is she?
Yeah. Why is this machine?
Then I had to go to the chat. I had to find a post. I was like, oh yeah. So see, once again,
Mo's got a little announcement here. Mo's mindset. It says, my first mini Pulse Chain exhibition, first of many, happens on Monday inside a luxury shisha smoke lounge. In future, talking to cigar lounges. You guys, first to hear it. Everyone will know after. Man, yeah, dude. Let me know. I would love to. I would love to open a lounge soon. I've been looking at them out here. I've been looking at a place to turn into a lounge and maybe put my studio in there and get it out of my home. And yeah, some art like that would be nice on the wall.
I tell you what, I like some shisha. I do.
Kong says that I'm the only one that's following him on the Twitters. SJ, Triple Dad, Crispy. Kong is about as OG as they get. He's from the old X.com Telegram room from the.
Kong's not following me on Twitter.
Yeah, I guess
Not anymore.
He's not following
Followed.
me either.
Did you say you like sushi, Crispy?
No, shisha.
Sheesh. Okay.
Shisha.
Sheesh, I'm not really much of a sushi guy, unless it's spam sushi. Then I can do that, but not.
Spam sushi.
Hey, that's a.
Oh, you mean musubi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
musubi. That's surfer food. Get up in the morning, go grab you a spam and rice wrapped with some seaweed.
It's Hawaiian, dude.
Oh yeah. It's surfer food, man. We have places out here you can go get your musubi in the morning, go on the beach. Yeah, it's.
So
musubi.
how do I find Kong? What's his @ sign?
I just
Hexcom.
typed in Hex Kong and he came up. It is
There's
at Hex Kong.
Looking him up.
Jamming out here.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. He doesn't follow me, so.
Spam and eggs.
He does.
Yeah.
He does follow me.
No, I am
Just
not
followed you. Just followed you, X Kong.
Okay.
Oh. Conspiracy theory here. He's followed by Liberty Swamp.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
TD
And,
is down to the
and
road.
he has a pinned message saying, "Howdy, Cell Pressure." Yeah, you guys ever follow Crypto Wonder? You ever see any of his?
Yes,
oh my god, they fucking cracked me up, man. I was dying.
I love Wonder.
Oh, when he did that cell pressure rant. Oh man, like cell pressure.
We had it out early, and so I said, "Hey man, we got to talk, bro, because I like you too much to have some kind of beef with you." And so we went and had a meeting in person, well, on a stream, while we were in a little chat room, and we hashed it out. And he's a really good dude, man. Salt of the earth kind of guy, just and I like his smooth delivery of his podcast. If you ain't watching Crypto Wonder, he's got some good stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. Yeah, he's good. Hey, a spam story for you. Last year I went to was lucky enough to go out to Hawaii. And one of the things I'll do when I go someplace, because I'm like a Walmart guy, right? So I'll go to all the Walmarts wherever I go because they're all different, right? There's like a little nuance to Walmarts, right? Sure enough, man, I went to Walmart. My Walmart, you see like a pallet of like dog food. You see a pallet out of like a sports drink. I go there. I go to the Walmart out there, pallet of spam, right? It was pretty cool. I like that. I got a couple spam characters here somewhere in my room. I got a couple of old spam cans, man. They last forever. I got about 15 years old. I used to dress one up and take it on business trips with me. It's my emotional.
Right, we're Costco guys.
Yeah. Oh.
So
I'm
I'll give everybody,
area, and it's packed full of spam at Costco.
Oh yeah.
Give everybody
Asian community here. Go ahead, Rob.
Give everybody the quick musubi recipe. It's not hard. It's really easy. So you get you some rice, and you get the spam can, right? So you take the spam out of the can, you open up the other side of the can, and you pack, like about the bottom third of the can with rice, and then you cut you a slice of spam about maybe a half inch, fry it in a pan, throw that on top of the rice, push it through the can, and then you wrap it with a piece of seaweed, which is you slice, you fold them in half, wrap nori. You take the nori and you wrap it in a little water on there, stick it down, and they're great little like sandwiches. You can wrap them up in some foil, take them with you, and if you want, you could put a scrambled egg on top of that too. Put it in between the two pieces of Spam. Dynamite.
G Bangers and don't forget the soy glaze, and I like the spicy version of that when they butter the rice with a little bit of wasabi.
Oh, wasabi. Wasabi.
By Zorushi, made in Japan, mono, not Chinese. Yes, the Zojirushi, the gold labeled is the best.
Hex G Banger can read and write in Japanese in all kinds of languages, right? So I got a really, really nice knife, and I had no idea what it said on it. and I took a picture of it and sent him it, and he was able to translate my knife for me. That was pretty cool.
Zojirushi is the rice cooker. Yeah, I actually got one of those. That's the one I use. Yeah, not what is the brand of the nori? Doggone it! But anyway, it's the gold label brand that you want.
Like my rice crispy.
There was a place that sold crispy rice by you guys in Staples Center. I went. There was a sushi place there. Oh my God, I spent so much money there. You know how that place in particular, they charge you by the plate. And I had my buddy and I went there, and we had stacks of plates at the end of our table. We went through so much of it. They have a sticky fried rice that was unreal.
Yeah, if you go to Garden Grove out here, they've got the Vietnamese area, and they have that sticky rice with the mango and stuff. Oh man,
that is tasty.
Yeah. Next time you come out, though, we're gonna go, and I'm gonna take you to a fish taco place that's gonna curl your toes.
Oh, I love fish tacos, bud. That's like one of my favorite things. SJ and I went to a good sushi place with Brasology. It was slamming. I ordered a Godzilla or something like that, and it came on a plate with a bunch of fried onions piled on top of it, almost like Tony Roma style when they used to do all those onions in a loaf, right? They pulled it all apart and sprinkled it on top of the sushi. It was really, really good.
We'll go to I'll take you to Taco Nazo and change your life.
Buddy, tacos are some of my best friends. I love tacos.
They don't make a better fish taco in the world than that Taco Nazo. It is hands down the best fish taco. Probably top 5 dishes you'll ever eat is a Taco Nazo taco. Man, oh man, oh man.
I'll be back down there sooner or later. When my mother-in-law comes back into town, I'll be down south.
And then we'll roll and grab a stick afterwards. Get some atabays and some tacos.
Nice. So I got to always impress on people to go to these events, right? If you want places in every part of the country, right, to go hang out with people that are like-minded, and be able to hop off a plane in Austin, Texas, and hang out with somebody. Hey, hop out of a plane in LA and talk to somebody. There's always somebody in this community to visit, but it all starts with going into some of these meetups and stuff like that, so you guys can get to know everybody. It'll change your opinion of a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Next meetup, August 22nd.
Next meetup, August 22nd. All right.
Oh yeah, big shout out to RH Max, who he's doing that Hex conference, not conference, but Hex Week, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have a watch party for the last day. I haven't figured out where yet, but RG's got a pretty big place. You got a screen in that backyard?
Ain't none of you motherfuckers coming to my house. I love you, but I don't love you that much. There's a handful of you out there that I'd bring over, but sorry, some of you motherfuckers just ain't right.
Hey, Crypto Cali, I'll announce it soon. I haven't figured out where yet. I got to find some place that'll allow us to like do a watch party, and then I have an idea for dinner after that, but we'll see. So I'll announce it soon. But I got to take off, y'all. It's time for me to hit the road next.
And I'd like to also let everybody know that in light of the marketing campaign, we are going to be reaching out to Cali Hexicans to come and join us for an event that we may have wrapped around that. So be preparing yourself for, around that time to be ready to participate. Let's just say that.
I will be there.
Right on, right on.
100%. Yeah, at the last event, I got to meet Josh Wu, Salty C, KD. Yeah, those are great guys.
See you guys later. I'm gonna hop out.
See you later.
Yes, hey, thanks for dropping by. She is a lounge lizard. She is turning into a lounge lizard.
I know. I know, man. She cottoned pretty quick.
I don't like that one bit. Don't you lizard me.
Popping down.
How about lounge lady?
It wasn't
I am
negative.
A lounge lady. There you go.
Lounge.
A lounge lady.
I don't know. Lounge lady. Might be a little rough too, but-
Oops. Hey, what's up, MVS Crypto? Good morning, legend. So where are you this morning? Another great stream. Always a great start to the day. Right on. Good to have you with us, everybody. MVS Crypto. You need to go follow him on the Twitter. He is putting out the best.
He's doing the work.
Richard Hart ecosystem news on a regular basis. Go out there, follow him on the Twitters, and get your Hex Crypto news. Best in the business right now.
Yeah, 100% best newsletter coming out. Yeah. I'm going to be on stream tomorrow with RH Max.
I've got to go out and make the circuit and start streaming with some folks. I haven't done that in a while because I don't get it.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
I did a nice stream with Wick this week. That was pretty cool. John Wick.
John. Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, that was really good, man. Just goes to show, Of course, a lot of us have been around for 5 years, right? But man,
yeah,
that was good. That was a good stream. Just his take on it is, I find it pretty cool because he's coming at it from a Wall Street perspective. And it's like,
yeah, and he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
He's pretty smart. Well, yeah, I joked, I think on the stream anyways, I joked about it, but. Over the years, there's only a handful of people that have been really like in the same space that I'm in, looking at some information like T-share rate changes, what's going on, in the bowels of Hex, right? He's one of them, so I like that.
Bowels.
I don't know if I like bowels being brought into this.
In the dark alleys. In the dark alleys. I like yours in the dark alley.
Bowels is not a good thing.
I am definitely an alley cat when it comes to the bowels of the Hex ecosystem. I've always creeped and crawled. I have my alt Telegram accounts that I go in and watch a lot of this stuff, and yeah, it's definitely interesting what goes on. Some brilliant motherfuckers in this community. That is for sure.
Up in here.
How's your guys' stick? Yours got to be almost gone, RG.
It is. I ain't letting it go though, man. I'm gonna do the crack pipe burn on my lips. That's That's I'm taking a page out of your book, my man.
We savor things here.
Right? And this
Savor.
Opus X is one to be savored. Now, a lot of sticks for me lately, I have not liked them much past the band, to be completely honest. I've been having a hard time getting past the band and enjoying the stick. There's only a few of them that I do. What's up, Chihuahua? So yeah, this one here though is definitely a crack pipe burn on the lip one for sure.
Nice.
The crack vibe.
That now, have you smoked that Gold Bull yet? Have you had one?
No.
No. Yeah, let me know how that turns out. I've heard good things about them. They're like $125 a stick right now to try and find them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got it when it was on a little on the cheap or what? Because I don't.
Yeah.
They're a limited edition, right?
Yeah.
Do.
All right,
Nice.
gentlemen. Well, we've been going for 2 hours here. We've talked crypto. We've talked cigars. I think we've worn out our welcome here with everybody. Anything you guys want to close out with?
How about you, Crispy? You're on top.
I like being on top. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'd
figured
say,
that was coming.
I don't, man. I'll tell you what. I'm just so exhausted at this point. I just like I'm going. Yeah. There's certain days I'm like I'm on it, and then the next day I'm like I'm exhausted. Right? It's just the ups and downs. I guess the only thing I'd say to people is, listen. I try to control my emotions and how I'm reacting to things. Green candles yesterday, I feel great. Red candles today, I don't feel so great. You gotta get zoom out, man. Just zoom out.
Zoom out and enjoy the show. You know, it's definitely changing. Things are changing. We aren't where we'd like to see us. I don't think we're ever where we'd like to see us, no matter what point in time we're at. We're always looking for more green. But things are looking up. Things are moving. Things are happening. A lot of things are falling into place. I'm getting excited about it. It's poised all over, you know. And even the Fed is starting to have some shakeups and some wiggles and some moves that we might see some rate cuts and some things changing the economy. It looks like the tariff thing has started to calm down a little bit. So the stock market is starting to, settle into what's going on a little bit. I think that I think it's August 1st here, or maybe it's a little bit further into August. Maybe it's the 1st that the Chinese tariffs are going to hit. So we'll see how that kind of affects things. But I know that it's a lot milder than was first, predicted or talked about. So macroeconomically, fiat world, everything is falling into place, and it's looking really good. So I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited about it too. If I could give one piece of advice on it to anybody in here, would be put something that you have in so you get some yield, right? I've been taking my weekly yields from different things and buying stuff with the most red, right? In the core RH tickers. That's what I've been doing the entire time. The redder, the better the day I collect.
Yeah. Right on. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for coming. Next week we don't need to have that discussion here. We'll figure out what we're going to do next week.
We're gonna smoke a cigar.
But we'll definitely
100%.
be smoking a cigar. I did not get to this. There is, this thing is going to be another 2 hours smoke. I don't think so. I don't think so. And this one, it was pretty strong. I got to admit, this one hit well. So, all right, everybody, thanks for coming. We'll see you all next week on Burn It All. Tomorrow's the effing hangout. That's your stream. You get to come in. You get to chat with us. And we'll see what Friday brings us, if it's some green candles, some red candles, or what. But we will be talking crypto over there and doing like we always do. That's your stream. Come on in and join us. Come hang out. Come talk about your thing. But hey, don't show your project like it's a commercial. I don't mind you coming in and talking about it and stuff. But we're going to give big disclaimers. But if you come in with your project, you can come and talk with us. But we're not going to show stuff. All right, everybody, have a good one. My man,
right.
my boys, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next week.
Third board leaf, sun-soaked and proud, hung in the rafters, wrapped in shroud. Hands work strong, they twist and bind, a rebel's oath, slow burned and signed. Burn it all, let the embers soar, gold in the ash and coal in the core. No masters here, no gates to climb. We blaze the trail, we love that time. They aim to choke what we designed. The flames don't die, they realign. The pulse within begins to rise. We break the night and claim the skies.